What's up, guys? This is episode 6, coming at you live from the green room. We're here to talk about life in New York City, and when I say we, I mean me and Miss Cordova.
Hello.
So, life in New York City, a lot of you sit down and think it's peachy keen. It's this big ball of lights and extravagantness or some shit, right? But in all reality, it's shit. It's trash. It's really, really hard out here, especially in 2017. A lot of people that are part of the LGBTQ community, they have a very hard time finding a job in New York City. Finding a job in New York City is like a job itself. They lead to escorting, prostitution, they become drug dealers. Most people that don't walk down that path in life, they become suicidal, they become depressed. Life in New York City, it's a hell of a life, to be honest. And speaking from experience, it took me, I remember I was out of work for 2 years before I actually was able to find the jobs that I have now. And it's like trying to find another job is, like I said before, it's literally a job as a whole. It's literally, you have to literally sell your soul to find a job. Now, my friend Miss Cordova recently lost her job. How long did it take you to find another one?
It actually took me a month.
It's pretty long.
I mean, New York City has its ups and downs.
You was hustling though.
Yeah, like New York City has its ups and downs. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say, you know, that your POV is wrong or whatever. But yes, life in New York City is very stressful because it's very fast paced compared to any other states, any other country. And the thing about New York City is you either keep up or
get left behind.
you get stepped all over. Not even left behind, like you get stepped on. It's like a trampede of people just trying to make it, you know. And me personally, I've had a lot of jobs since I was young, and some jobs were through connections, and others I had to go out there looking. And I think the most I've ever gone without a job was probably a month. But that's a month of me out there looking for a job. And thankfully, I haven't gone to the extremes of prostitution or escorting, but I have tried dancing at a gentleman's club for a night, and I give it to the girls who can do that, who have the confidence to push themselves, because it's not that easy. I mean, it was easy for me to get up on that stage and dance because I am a performer, but when it came to approaching the men and, you know, swindling them so they could give me money, that was not easy at all. And I'd even make it a full night. But I have thought about selling drugs, but honestly, I'm not about that life. And so I just have to stick to the hustle, you know. The moment you lose a job, you got to go out there and hunt like crazy. I mean, yeah, give yourself some time. I gave myself like a week or two
Of dark, wallowing depression.
I was so sad. I was really sad and depressed.
She planned faking her own death.
I did, and I thought of ways to commit suicide. I mean, it's not funny, and because it's something really serious. When I'm in that dark place, there's literally nothing and nobody that could get me out of there except for me. And like I said, I just have to keep going because I have tried living in other states. I tried living in Pennsylvania. I only lasted for 2 months because there were no jobs out there and everything was so slow paced. I was going insane. I found ways to keep myself busy through art and painting and all that good stuff, poetry, but literally I was going to go insane. I couldn't. So I had to come back here. The moment I came back to New York, I had 2 jobs and I had rented an apartment. So it's like, it's hand in hand, you know. Yeah, New York City is super fucking stressful, but if you get with the program, you'll be stressed out either way, but you'll be making a living financially. as far as
educational wise.
As far as education and, you know, school has been a bit stressful for me. When I first started college, it was smooth in the beginning, and then it got really, really difficult afterwards because I was trying to balance school, life,
and
work. Yeah, and it's really not easy. And honestly, they don't provide a lot of help for us. Like
now college is free. Now, after I busted my ass all those years,
not really.
Now it's free.
No, it's not free. You can't be making a certain amount.
I mean, if you're
and
poor.
You have to. No, not really. The poor people get fucked too. Like it's
so that whole college, that free college spiel, it's not free.
No, it's not
See?
free.
Look at that.
It's
look at that.
Yeah, it's not free.
Wow.
But yeah, there's no in school. There's really not a lot of help for drug abuse, for mental health.
Depression,
like yeah, they have counseling centers, but it's fucking academic counseling. The reason why I'm doing bad in my academics is because mentally I'm not okay. So, but I mean, it did have its benefits. I'm a theater major, and theater has saved me, in my worst moments when everything in my life was falling apart. I was getting evicted from places, and I was in school acting, and that's the only thing that really kept me sane. And, yeah, as far as being a starving artist, holla, this is what it looks like, because
literally what it looks
like. I really dedicated my time to trying to sell my art, and I sold a couple of pieces, but I had to get back into the hustle, into
actual money flow.
Yeah, pretty much, like serving, because that's fast money.
You get tips.
You get free food. So that's pretty much the life in New York City. I mean, I don't know what it's like to live out of state, out of the country. Not out of state, because I lived in Pennsylvania, but I mean like out of the country, in other countries.
Other countries is doing a lot better than us.
I don't really know if it's the same hustle.
It's not. Like, take the islands, for example. You could live off the land. Like, my mom's from the islands. So, even back then, it was amazing. Even now, it's amazing. You don't pay tax on your property, so you're able to build whatever you want on your property.
You know, that's another thing that really fucks with me, because I've heard people from the DR, Dominican Republic, from Puerto Rico, Jamaica, they come here, Ecuador, they come here and they're like, you know, I have a mansion back in my country, a family, and I'm like, then what the fuck are you doing here?
American money is the most valued
money. It like really...
But they're smart, because they come here and they work jobs that us lazy American people don't want to do. They send money back to their country, and they're prospering. But at the same time, we don't want to work off the books, because, you know, we want our W-2 forms. We want that income tax money, understand? Like, if I worked an off-the-books job, that would mean my credit. You can't build credit with an off-the-books job. You can't build anything with an off-the-books job. But that's life in America, and that's life in New York City as a whole. Everything is about your credit score, how you balance this, and they don't teach you that in school. I didn't know how to balance a checkbook. I didn't know how to do my taxes. Like, I had to learn that on my own. There's a lot of things that they sit down, they shove down our throat from preschool, thinking that we're going to need this information.
Yeah, there's no Life 101 classes.
I didn't know that life was gonna fuck me this hard.
No, down to the simplest things, you know, down to common sense. You know how many people don't have common sense because they haven't been taught?
I don't have common sense sometimes either. No. It's cool. Like, sometimes there's marijuana.
What is that?
Marijuana.
No. Oh, it's what is that? So yeah, pretty much.
Did your ego get hurt?
This is the future face of Broadway.
I have hope for her. I do. I have faith. Me sometimes though, it's the field that I want to get into. I have to quit both of my jobs to work a full-time internship to get into the field that I want to work. And I busted my ass for a calm 4 years to get the degrees that I got.
And it's not hard, but you just can't stop working for internships, because then who's going to pay your bills? Who's going to feed you? Who's going to give you money for transportation?
How
it's
am
like
I going to get there?
food stamps is government help is ass.
You have to sell your soul
Literally.
to get help from the government. You literally have to not be doing a damn... And that's what makes me upset too, because there's people out there that are able-bodied workers that live off the government, and there's people that literally need the help that cannot get it. I don't... There's people that I know that take the cash assistance that they get monthly, or what is it, monthly, weekly? I don't really know how it works. Monthly. Whatever the case may be. And they take the cash assistance, and guess what they do? They go and buy weed. I mean, granted, I get my paycheck and I go cop a dub or something, but I worked hard for that money. I didn't get it handed to me from the government. It's I just want to live as stress-free as my dog. Just worry about my 3 meals a day and getting my 23 hours of sleep.
I just want to be on Broadway.
Yeah, I just want to be as stress-free as Lexus. Because even on Broadway, it's stressful.
I mean, yeah, but it's what I love to do, so fuck that. That's nice. That's good stress.
Good stress.
Yeah.
I don't think stress should be good.
Yeah, there's stress that is good for you, and there's stress that's bad for you. Like,
explain.
like I just said, if you're doing something you love and you get stressed out, it's still for something you love, so that's that good stress. Now, if you're stressed about fucking losing a job or not having no sort of income for money or transportation, that's fucking shitty stress. You feel me? Like, you don't want to be there. I want to be on Broadway. So if I am on Broadway and stressing out my line, stressing out my costume, that's good stress. Because I love what I'm doing. I'm stressing it, but at the end of the day, I'm still doing what I love.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
So, with that being said,
sense.
this is it makes a lot of sense. Anyway, this is episode 6, Life in New York City.
Well, life as a whole in New York City, yeah.
I just said that.
Yeah, you did.
Anyways, stay tuned for our next episode. And like, share, comment, spread
Next
the
episode,
word.
Word of mouth and mouth the words. And yeah, we're gonna try not to kill ourselves. End it.